Hi, my name is Kenny Mosley. I'm the Business Development Manager at Rincon Property Management. Today I want to talk to you about what to talk to your spouse about if you are entertaining the idea of turning your home into a rental property. There's a bunch of areas to focus on, and I want to break it down step by step with you. First and foremost, let's focus on the benefits, because there's a bunch of benefits that happens when you turn your home from a primary residence into a rental property. The first is passive income. So this is the first step that everyone want to take till it gets to financial freedom. Passive income is basically money that is working for you when you don't have to work. So a lot of times people think of passive income is self-automated businesses, stocks, anything like that, but rental property is a great example of that, because if people are living in the home, whether they're paying the rent, the mortgage, or if that is paid off, or you're getting any type of cash flow. So rent is $3,000, the note on the house is $2,700. You got $300 a month of passive income, assuming no maintenance or anything like that. Now, equity. Equity is what you own the house. The difference is like how much the house is worth. So if you had a $500,000 house, but you only owe $200,000 on it, you have $300,000 in equity. Generally, over time, equity goes up, so you have appreciation, and that also counts into your net worth. So you have, it's not liquid money, but you have access to ways to get access to that equity without traditionally going to take out a loan or do another option. So this is a great way to build up that financial freedom. 3, tax advantages. I'm not a CPA, so I definitely advise you to talk to your local tax expert, but there's a bunch of tax advantages when it comes. Biggest one's depreciation. There's write-offs, any type of planning, improvements to the home. You can basically write that off over a schedule. Talk to your expert and they'll be able to break it down more. But for most people, it essentially can be the difference of you paying less taxes by depreciating your home over a 27.5-year period. Finally, it's investment diversification. A lot of people, whether you invest in the stocks, mutual funds, you have your 401k with work, you have Roth, traditional IRAs, or even the new like crypto markets, but rental income, that's a great way, because traditionally over time with the appreciation, you bought a property 30 years ago, think about what it could be worth today. Always when there's advantages, there's disadvantages. So let's talk about a couple of those. Number one, tenant problems. So of course, time and effort that it takes to deal with a tenant that is causing problems or even causing damage or issues on the property. That can be a worrying item that a lot of people, especially when they're first considering this step, always think about. Maintenance and repairs, of course, because everything that you use over time, things are going to break, whether it's something's faulty or it's just wear and tear. Things will break, so handling the maintenance and cost that comes when it happens to be managing a house. I deal with this a lot in my field, so a lot of times people, they have a home, they're leaving, they're kind of deciding whether they want to rent or sell. So of course there's been advantages and disadvantages to both sides, but that's something that I'd advise you to like weigh out and see what would be the best decision. Of course, if you're planning to go somewhere and maybe want to come back, it's always good to keep that home, because you would always be the owner. You always can go back and get access to your house. The time effort, so managing a property, especially if you do it yourself, requires a lot of time and effort, especially if during vacancy, looking for tenants, anything like that, handling maintenance, taking calls for maintenance, especially if you're on vacation, you're not available, it can be very time consuming for you. Lastly, legal and financial risk. Especially in California, there's a lot of legal updates that always happen and change, so it's always best for you as the landlord to stay up to date on the legal aspect and making sure what's coming out, when it's coming out, and how it's affecting you. Now let's talk about addressing some of those concerns. So laying out a plan. You want to actually have a plan for how you're going to screen those tenants. So next step is addressing concerns. So first and foremost, you always want to have a plan about how you're going to screen those tenants. You always want to screen tenants the correct way. Go do a full depth analysis to put the right person in your home. That way you have a less risk to having problems in the home over time. You actually want to have a budget for maintenance, and then also have a plan for how you're going to stay up to date on that legal compliance, especially with laws constantly changing all the time. All of this can lead you into the next step, where consider a local property management company, an expert that can do all of these things for you, so that way you can still get the benefit of it, that passive income, and now you don't have to stay up to date on the maintenance side, doing the tenant screenings or the legal aspect, and so much more that a property management company can do for you. So there's financial calculations. You want to find out what your rent is, any type of taxes. You want to stay up to date on like maintenance. How much should you allocate for out of rental income for your maintenance, vacancy loss, a whole bunch of items when it comes to the rental side. So this is a great opportunity to partner with your financial or your local property management company, and they can guide you on the steps that can get you in the right place. Now that we address the concerns, it's all about creating a plan. So the first and foremost, you want to decide, is it worth your time and effort to self-manage, or do you want to like save that time and effort and still reap the benefits of everything that we talked about from the beginning benefits with a property management company? And if you consider a property management company, it would be open communication, creating a plan and addressing tenant screening, maintenance budget plans, and legal updates where they can do it all for you, or you have a plan to do it yourself. And having a strong relationship with the tenant to make sure that overall they're going to take good care of the property, and you're less likely to have that tension or any type of problems long-term wise. I would say overall, there's a lot of benefits when it comes to turning your home into a rental property, from taxes, equity, appreciation, passive income. But it takes a lot of planning, and you want to make sure that you make the right decision for yourself and also partner with the right company that can do all these things for you. So if you guys are interested and want to talk more or entertaining the idea, please reach out to me. My name is Kenya. My phone number is 805-340-5003. And my email is kenya@rinconmanagement.com. Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking.